also said, that she's going to tag anybody that has a channel and hasn't done this yet. And my immediate thought is me and my southern accent would be perfect for this, and to kind of juxtapose her Minnesotan accent, my nice Southern Belle type accent. Although there are a few words that I do not say the Southern way, and she actually mentions in her video about how she watched a lot of TV growing up, and that's probably why she doesn't have as thick of an accent, and it makes a lot of sense to me. I hope that you enjoy this. I think it's going to be really fun, like I said, just because my accent is so ridiculous to the rest of the world. But sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Alright, so I've moved you closer just to have kind of a nice close-up whisper, since these are technically like almost like trigger words, but not really. I will be using my iPad to read off the questions and the words. I just recently got this. A friend of mine was selling it, and because it's the Pro, I can actually use the pencil and do a lot more graphic design with it, which I absolutely love. So I'm loving this right now. Okay, so what is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? Throw toilet paper on a house. Down here we call it TPing or rolling. Like if you go roll somebody's house. But I haven't heard roll in a long time. A lot of people just call it TP. TP somebody's house. But yeah, I've heard it called like rolling somebody's house a long time ago. What is the bug that when you touch it, it rolls into a ball? I think this is a fairly universal thing, but we call them roly-polies. I know a lot of people call them roly-polies. I've never really heard them called anything else, although I did see a comment on Jingle Jingle's video that said they called them wood bugs, but I've always found them in the dirt, and like I said, we've always said roly-polies. What is the bubbly carbonated drink called? So the South, a lot of people just call it Coke. It don't matter if it's Sprite, Dr. Pepper, it's a Coke. Personally, I probably call them sodas the most, or soft drinks, especially if you're talking about whatever, but typically we call them by what they go by. So my daddy drinks a lot of Diet Mountain Dew, so he calls them Diet Dews. Go get me some Diet Dews at the store. Can you go bring me a Diet Dew? I'm a Diet Pepsi girl, so I'll be like, hey babe, can you grab me a Pepsi? Even though technically it's a diet, I just say what it is because, especially if I'm talking to somebody, like they know I need a diet. Now if I'm ordering, I'll say diet, but if it's like Brantley or something and I want him to bring me one out of the fridge, I'll be like, hey babe, can you bring me a Pepsi? But sodas, soft drinks, Cokes, calling it by its brand name, all of those things are very common in the South. And I know that's a big debate because I think a lot of people up north call them pop, or soda pop, and we don't call them that, not down here. What do you call gym shoes? We call them tennis shoes. I know a few people that may say sneakers or kicks if you're a sneakerhead or you like certain types of say. So I shortened George and Nana to George. And ever since then, basically my entire family calls her George. I don't know why I had that kind of influence as a 3-year-old, but here we are. So she's George. And then my mom's dad, we always called Papa. Not Papa, Pa. Again, that's one of those southern things we drag out, it ain't Papa, it's Papa. And then on my dad's side, I call my grandmother Nanny. And then my grandfather died before my older sister was born, so neither of us ever got to meet him, but we always call him Papa Isom. Papa Isom, because his last name was Isom, so Papa Isom. What do you call the weird contraption that you carry groceries in the grocery store? I think we all know what I'm about to say. It's a buggy. It's not a shopping cart. It ain't a cart. It's a buggy. Buggy, which is a strictly southern thing. People that are from up north, if they have heard it, it's very rare for them to have heard it. A lot of people that live down here, that it's never been down here, they have no idea what you're talking about when you say, "Give me a buggy." But it's a buggy. And I know people are like, a buggy is, what a horse pulls. It carries stuff. It has wheels. It's a buggy. What do you call it when it rains while the sun is shining? I've actually never heard it called this, but Jingle Jingle said that she always calls it a sun shower. We down here in the South called that the devil's beating his wife. But that's just what I've always heard. If it is sunshine and raining, which it was actually raining today, but the sun's shining right now. But if it continues to rain while the sun is shining, we always say the devil's beating his wife. Don't know where that comes from. Don't know why we say it that way. It's just what we call it. What is the thing you change the TV with? So this is another funny one. Most of us down in the South call it the remote control. Not the remote. Not the controller. The remote control. Where's the remote control? Have you seen the remote control? Sometimes I'll say remote, but it's few and far between. And again, that's one of those words that we cut out everything, we smash it together. A few bonus questions, and these are actually from, I think it was Beach ASMR is who tagged Jingle Jingle originally, so that was the original video. And these are her bonus questions, because apparently because she's from England, London, somewhere in the UK, and I know one of those is a country and one of those is a city. Please don't come for me. I do know geography a little bit, but I think some of these things are very different in the UK than here. So, what do you call round buns, like that you would use for a hamburger? And we always call them hamburger buns. We don't say, "Did you get buns at the store?" Because you could mean hot dog buns, you could mean hamburger buns. If they are specifically for hamburgers, it is a hamburger bun. And we will always say hamburger bun. Again, that's one of those things that we drag out instead of shorten. And then, what do you call your evening meal? And Jingle Jingle touched on this a lot too in her video, and I completely agree. If it's a later dinner, like 6 or 7, it's a dinner. Or if it's a sit-down, like family event, we call that a dinner. Kind of like Sunday dinner. And that's another word, Sunday. We do not say Sunday. we say Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We will say Saturday, but that's the only one that we say the whole day. Everything else is D. But Sunday dinner. But if it's an earlier, like a 4 or a 5, kind of lupper thing, we'll say supper. It's a supper. So now these are some rapid fire words that a lot of people say differently. The first one is ant or aunt. I say ant. Brentley says aunt. He says an ant is an insect, but I've always said ant. I will always say ant. ROOF, roof. That's the roof, up on the roof. I don't say roof, it's the roof. We're getting our roof redone. Roof. Route. ROUTE. The route. You've got to go on this route. But if I'm saying Route 66, like the road, or like at Sonic, I will say route, but usually it's route. You gotta take this route to get there. OIL. This one caused a lot of debate at school. I say oil. I do not say oil. I say oil. Oil and vinegar. Oil. Theater. So this one is more dependent on context for me. It's a movie theater, but if we're going to the theater to watch a play, so I say both, either theater or theater, depending on the context and what I'm saying. Iron, IRON. Did you iron that? Iron. Go get me that iron. A flat iron. Salmon. I do not pronounce the L in salmon. It is just salmon. Caramel or caramel. I think I say caramel. Can I get caramel? Caramel delights. Caramel ice cream. Can I get a caramel drizzle? Yeah, I usually say caramel. I don't say caramel. Fire. Usually like, ooh, that's on fire. But if it's a firefighter, that's different. Are you a firefighter? Water. I say that pretty normal. Water. Sure. But I always say sure. You sure about that? You sure? Okay, just to be sure. Is the appointment at this time? I just want to be sure. Data or data. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say data. I've got no data left on my phone. Do you have any data? Input the data, which I guess when I do like research and things, when I was in school, I would say data. Did you record the data? But it's usually data. Ruin. I say ruin. Do you ruin that? Although, if I use it in a sentence like, it's ruined, I will say it's ruined. Or, usually I say it's spoiled. Not spoiled, it's spoiled. That's spoiled. That milk is spoiled. Crayons. It's not crayons. Box of crayons. Volkswagen Beetles smell like crayons. New Orleans. I say that both ways. I will say New Orleans, but usually it's New Orleans. Pecan. So this is another one of those context ones. If I'm talking about pecan pie, it's a pecan. If I'm talking about a pecan swirl, like the Little Debbie cakes, that's a pecan. accents. So yeah, I again hope you have enjoyed. Maybe a few of these words were tingly. Maybe you got to know me a little bit, because I try not to have too much of a southern accent when I do ASMR, because I'm enunciating so clearly and putting emphasis on different parts of words and, really enunciating my consonants. But I hope you've enjoyed, and if you have a channel, please do this. I would love to see it. And, comment in the comments your channel, and I will definitely go check you out.